You don't really need a PhD to know that as time passes, memory fades. But what is less well known is that as the memory is fading, it becomes more and more vulnerable.
Dr. Elizabeth Loftus studies memory and the various ways it can be manipulated. It may not matter if you can't remember what you had for dinner last night, but what if a jury was relying on your eyewitness testimony?
We know from an analysis of hundreds of cases of wrongful conviction where people have spent years and years in prison for crimes they didn't do, that the major cause of those wrongful convictions is faulty human memory. Somebody can have a false memory or a distorted memory and be confident, detailed, and emotional about something that's wrong.
Get ready to test the reliability of your and our eyewitnesses' memories. You're here in a Brooklyn courtroom for testimony. Pay close attention to what you're about to hear, because everything you thought you knew might change.
Hi, everyone. I'm Elizabeth, and I'm just going to be asking you a few questions. What do you remember?
I remember a woman screaming in some language. I don't know what it was. Maybe Italian?
Somebody ran up and grabbed something out of his bag, ran off. And I remember the woman, she was still standing there for a second. She had like really long, dark hair. She had on a red coat. That's pretty much it.
I can distinctly say I saw a white blazer on this woman.
Yeah, so did I.
I definitely saw her in red. She was the first thing that I saw.
So you agree with that, but you disagree.
Yeah, well, when he said red, that kind of triggered my memory of red.
Good. Details, the more the merrier.
I saw somebody come over and just take his camera out of his bag. He had like a shoulder bag.
Did anybody see the camera? Raise your hand. Okay, we have 3 of you.
And definitely grabbed a camera out of the guy's bag, silver camera, and ran off like in the same direction. So he came from like my right, and they kept going off to the left.
Something dropped. Then I realized it was something that the older guy had.
By the way, we've heard sort of conflicting information about the hat she was wearing. Some said it was grayish and some said it was greenish. And do you remember that hat?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was definitely grayish.
Grayish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember a hat at all.
Me either.
Me either.
Okay.
I had one on too.
I think she did have a hat, and maybe it fell off when she started screaming at the guy.
So how does your memory compare with the witnesses? Here's a list of statements. Stop us when you hear one that isn't true. The woman's coat is red. The man dropped his camera. The camera is silver. The woman's coat is white. Did you say stop? What if we told you every single one of those statements is false?
I would go on the stand and testify that I saw the young lady with a white blazer on.
I'm actually adamant about the fact that her coat was either a cream or a white wool coat.
And before you know it, another guy came, and he ran off, and it was an object dropped.
His camera case was empty after.
The truth is, I don't know. Are we gonna find out what happened?
And what if we told you, to really throw you off track, we've planted 2 extra witnesses in the room who have deliberately messed with your memory and the memories of everyone else? Well, we did.